All right, so we're back. Dude. All right, let's try it again. All right, so just got back from the gym. Got a really full day today. Kind of just a lot of things going on. The main thing really going on is going to be filming a cats. Dude, stop. Please. I'm trying to record. All right, take 3. Just got back from the gym. Cats just don't want you to record, I guess. So, take 4, actually. Yuki has just been on one lately and decides to run amok throughout the house. But, like I was saying earlier, I have a busy day today. Going to be filming a ton of content coming up. I have a lot of travel in the next couple weeks to where I'm not even going to be home probably. I'll probably be home like 3 of the next 14 days or something like that. So, my plan is to just knock out a bunch of content and then post it, over the course of the next few weeks and really just shell that out. Trying to really hop back in the content game, just really build this community from the ground up. It feels like I kind of go in spurts, and I think this will be kind of the kickstart that I need. But yeah, full day. Gonna meet up with my buddy Jayhawk for some coffee later. That's going to be a great time, but it's really going to kind of be a full day in the life with the Sony A7IV. Been wanting to do something like this for a while. I just didn't really know kind of what I was going to do. So the plan today is just show you guys a bunch of that, pull back the curtain, film all this content, talk about a few things that I've thought of recently that I think can help a lot of people who are either stuck or just starting out that, might want to start doing this kind of stuff all the time. So just a few things, but hopefully not a super long vlog today, but we shall see. So I'm gonna probably make some eggs, shower, get ready, then gonna have like 8 different outfits for the day just so I'm not wearing the same thing in every single thing. So let's get after it. So this has been the bane of my existence when I try to record. My cat plays fetch. I think I have a dog, but this is like her favorite toy, and she will go chase it, bring it back, literally play fetch with me. But we're all changed and ready to record some of the first content and then kind of go from there. I've got like all my stuff scripted out, so it's really just kind of now plug and play, shoot the shots, get everything we need, and apparently play fetch with Yuki. She's the star of the show, so she kind of runs this household. She doesn't pay rent here. I'm trying to go follow her. Yuki's Fabuki. Crazy. All right, let's get after it. All right, so yeah, definitely this is what it takes sometimes. You get this little contraption. I need to get like a C-stand or something, because I had to legit have this held for like a pouring shot. Shit's crazy. So, another thing I really wanted this vlog to be about is, while it's a day in the life, just kind of with the Sony, just using it a lot, showing you kind of behind the scenes on some of my short form stuff, anything like that. The other thing I wanted to talk about was this idea of how content creation, whether it's photo or video, it's more about growth, because you're not just going to be good at it. Like, everyone sucks when they start. And so you're not just going to be good at it the first go around. You're going to build up confidence, and you're going to build up this portfolio, and you're going to build up basically who you are as a creator or an artist or whatever you want to call it. You could be painting, taking photos, making videos, anything. It's all about growth, and it's really about the inputs that you have along the way. You're only going to get better by doing the damn thing. So I think like one of the biggest things that I always say to people who are just starting out and really have no sense of direction is to just go shoot. I think the running joke of a lot of like photo, video, like just anyone, is when you have a camera, you just go shoot like flowers right away or anything like that. So coming from my background where I would just shoot anything in my hometown or anything in the town where I went to college, like anything, I would just go out and shoot. And at that point I was really inspired by street photography at the time. The thing that was popping off on Instagram when I was in college was really like the nitty gritty, kind of grungy street photography, but it was like of you or just of architecture, anything like that. So I think that's where I started, at least. And that's where I kind of found at least a path forward. And then from there, it progressed into a lot of other things. So I think the biggest thing, again, is focusing on those inputs and taking those incremental steps along the way to not only become a better creator, but just to evolve overall. You're going to find out what you like, you find out what you don't like, and you find out what you're really good at. So I think that's the biggest thing that I can say to anyone who's new or anyone who's in a rut is you really just have to focus on your inputs, and at the end of the day, just go shoot. Because if you're not shooting, you're not growing, and if you're not growing, you're stagnant. So I think that's kind of the premise of this. I keep looking at Yuki like I'm talking to her, but I'm talking to you. I think people get wrapped up in their heads a lot, and I'm very guilty of it too, of, man, this isn't it. I'm not going to be able to put out the craziest thing ever. And it's very easy to compare. And I think the quote is, comparison is a thief of joy. So when you're looking at other people, it's not you comparing where you are now to where they are now. You have to look and realize they might be 5, 6, 7 years ahead of you. You have to compare yourself to who you were yesterday and really just not get caught up in being good right away. On that note, a long-winded answer to a question that no one really asked. I'm going to keep filming some more short form. I'm going to keep going, and I'm going to bring you all along with me. And then eventually I'm going to go grab coffee. But for now, we're locked in the lab. I've got one video done. I need to do a few more. And hopefully these are a little bit shorter. That first one, I wanted to get really creative with it and try some new angles and everything like that. And it just takes longer to set up when you're not used to it. So that being said, let's just keep going. So, just wrapped on shooting for like all of the content that I wanted to get out today, at least. I'm going to come back later and script some for tomorrow. If not, I'm just going to rock out and shell out all the edits on that so I can get them queued up for the week. But nonetheless, I'm going to clean up a little bit, then change, then head to meet up with Johnny. And I'm super excited for this because he's going to show me his little warehouse, kind of the storage unit that he's using now to get all of his lab culture stuff out. So we're going to do that, catch up, grab some coffee, and kind of go from there. I'm super stoked. Bring you guys along with me and keep this thing rolling. All right, so officially wrapped, headed to see Johnny now. Very excited. And of course, I had to bring the new Ghost flavor out. You guys are gonna go fucking nuts for this one. Iced tea lemonade, it is my number one flavor. It is gonna be the summer drink. Don't miss this one. This is, oh my God, it's so good. All right, let's get going. Just got to the storage facility that Lab Culture is housed at. Waiting for Johnny now. Can we take a moment for this view of the city? This is insane. Just kidding. It's super foggy and you can barely see it, but look at that. That's sick. Okay, well, I will bring y'all inside. Who's that man? How we doing, B?
We are here.
Robot.
We are here. How's it going? Welcome to the locker.
Okay, so we are at Lab Culture HQ.
Yes, this is the official, unofficial name is the Lab Culture Locker because I'm holding HQ for a future space, but it's okay.
All right, scratch that. No HQ. But this is sick. I've seen it on his socials. We just shoot pictures back and forth, and it's actually like really cool to be in the space and kind of see everything. It's really inspiring, like for eventually what I want to do with something. I don't know yet. I want to get a studio, something along those lines.
Great.
Yeah, dude, this is sick. It's cool to finally be here and like see the space. Obviously, you and I chat about it a lot, but it's dope, dude. Finally get to catch up after a while, man.
Yeah, it's cool. This is like basically like if you didn't know, I have like this small company I started called Lab Culture. Started out with doing hats, different apparel pieces, shirts, hoodies, that type of things, and then the next chapter for me is kind of I'm dropping mouse pads. So they're coming in these boxes, and then they're going to be like these big oversized mouse pads. So literally 1 week from today, these are dropping. Not a plug, just that's what I'm setting up for this week.
It's a plug. We're going to put it down below.
Yeah, they might be sold out at this point, so we'll see. But yeah, so right now it's kind of a mess. I got to stock some of these shelves and get ready for the drop. But yeah, this is kind of the temporary next step for me, but it's cool to kind of have just a space for itself, So
yeah, I think biggest thing along with getting inputs and everything like that when it comes to creating more or, growing as a creative. Also surround yourself with people like this, people who are doing things in the space, in a different space than you, but they're doing something. I think that's the biggest thing, that you learn from them, but you can also bounce ideas back and forth and really just kind of feed off each other's energy. And I think having those kind of people in your circle is so beneficial to like growing as a creative.
For sure. Yeah, me and him's spent a lot of time together over the last few years, so it's always beneficial to just have other people you can bounce ideas off of or ask for suggestions or, hey, dude, can you just help me grab a couple quick photos, just because, I don't know, we spend so much time doing this stuff on our own. It's always helpful, like, just having someone else help you out.
Let you do your thing.
Yeah. And you learn from each other, too, The
big thing I would say is we haven't run a No Names in a while. But
that's true.
If you want to check out the episode on how Johnny went from under 10,000 to over 100,000 followers on Instagram and now is over 100K subs on YouTube.
That's right.
I'm going to link that below as well, so go check that out. But yeah, thanks for having me in here, dude.
Yeah, dude. This is it. The very nice polished warehouse space.
This is office number 2 for Lab Culture, technically.
Yeah.
Started in the lab.
Yeah, we're getting there.
All right, so back in the car now. We just wrapped up with Johnny, and it is so cool to see what he has built on his own. I remember talking about this with him a year ago, and it has been so cool to see the heights that he's taken this to, and now he's moved it out of his apartment office to a storage unit that's effectively his office for this alone. And it's so inspirational to kind of see that, but it's also why I always say, on top of the inputs that you need to be doing to become a better creator, surround yourself by people who are better than you. Surround yourself by people who can be a mentor, someone who's been there before, who can give you advice when you need it. But it's also a friend that you can joke around with, like me going up there and filming. Like, it didn't feel out of the ordinary for any of us. So when it comes to stuff like that, even if it's just one person, that can be such a big help and difference in alleviating stress, I think, that a lot of people run into. I run into it a lot, honestly, when I feel like I'm just on my own creating. So I'll shoot friends like Jayhawk, like Scott, or anyone who is really doing content. I will reach out to them and just kind of chat back and forth. It's not like a, hey, let me pick your brain. It's a conversation of, hey, I think you're doing this really well. How did you get to this point? Because it might not have been like necessarily what I'm doing or what have you. So with that being said, I'm going to wrap the vlog here. I think the two biggest things when it comes to growing as a creative, there are a lot of things that help you grow as a creative, but growing as a creative can come down to two big things. And one, it's creating more. So going out and doing a lot of things where you're just testing and trying and trying to become better, but you just are throwing everything at the wall until something sticks. And two, it's surrounding yourself with like-minded individuals, a mentor, anyone that's going to help you progress, but also someone that you can help when they need it as well. So having people in your corner that are going to help you on both ends, that's an unmatched thing that makes it really easy for you to grow. So with that being said, I am going to wrap the vlog here, and it feels great. I've been shooting all day. We've got a lot of stuff to edit when I get home, but shooting all day and vlogging, and it just feels great. Maybe it's just because, it's not 20 degrees in Chicago. I am wearing a jacket, it's 30 degrees. So if you made it this far into the video, hit that subscribe button, like the video, and if you have anything you want to see from me in the future, anything you enjoyed from this video, or if you just have some other tips for beginner creators, questions, whatever it may be, drop them in the comments too. I'll link all this stuff for Johnny and Lab Culture in here, as well as the podcast. So I will catch you in the next video, and let it rip, baby.